create some stitch problems and then see if we can fix them. First thing I'm gonna do is not have my machine threaded correctly, because that is what I see most often with my students when their stitches are not right. It's because their machine is not threaded correctly. Let me show you what this looks like. When you're threading your sewing machine, make sure your presser foot is up. There's a set of tension discs right here, and they open when your presser foot is up and they close when your presser foot is down. So if you thread it and your presser foot is down, your thread is not going in between those disc plates. All right, let's sew a few stitches and see what we look like. All right. You see that? Wadded up thread. That's because it's not threaded correctly. So your machine is threaded. It goes from they all thread basically the same way. Most of the new ones are numbered. They go out and underneath this little bar in the back, and then they come down. That's where they go in between the disc plates. The little tension discs are right here, and they go up, and then they come around this little lever in here. If it doesn't go around that lever, this is what you have. Wherever I put it, this is what you have right here. So if you're trying to get it around your lever and you can't, it's not catching and you don't know why, take your wheel, roll it towards you, always towards you, and your little lever will come up. There he is. Now I'm gonna wrap my thread around him. Now I'm around my lever. I'm gonna rethread my machine and I should be good to go. Fun fact, if your thread trouble is on the bottom of your project, that means your thread trouble is on the top of your machine. It's just the opposite. So this was wadding up underneath, and that means it's my top thread. So let's mess with the bottom thread and see what it does. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is cause some thread trouble on the bottom with the bobbin, and let's see what those stitches look like. All right, here we go. Now, I'm not sure how well you can even tell the difference in these stitches on this video, but these are pretty stitches. Pretty, pretty, pretty. These are loose stitches. The thread is kind of just laying on top of the fabric and the bobbin has just rolled over it. It's really loose, and that's because the bobbin was not inserted correctly. So when you put a bobbin in, there's two things you need to remember. That it needs to spin counterclockwise and that it has to have some tension. But I'm gonna make it easy for you. So if you take your bobbin and you make the letter P, okay? Do you see that? Here's your line and then here's your loop for your P. Make the letter P for perfect. If you make your bobbin, make the letter P for perfect, and then you take it and you drop it straight down into your bobbin casing, just like that, easy. Then you take your piece of thread that's hanging out, pull it towards you and around, and it will naturally catch in this little tension slot that's on your bobbin casing, and that's what you want. So then when you pull it, it'll spin counterclockwise and it has a tiny touch of tension. Your machine likes a little bit of tension, and so does your fabric. You want your stitches to be tight, not scrunching your fabric up, but tight. And just keep in mind that if your trouble is on the bottom of your project, it's the thread on the top. If the trouble is on the top of your project, it's the thread on the bottom. I hope this helps. My name is Tammy. I'm your favorite sewing teacher.